Hello and welcome to my cooking channel Czech Cookbook, and today we will be making our national dish, which is in Czech called Vepřo knedlo zelo, which I will translate sauerkraut, pork roast and dumplings. I will be not showing you how to make dumplings because I already have all those videos, so we will be focusing how to make the meat and how to make the sauerkraut, sweet and sour sauerkraut, which is so delicious. I already have how to make regular dumplings, how to make bread dumplings and how to make potato dumplings on my website, and I will put the links on the YouTube in the description under the video, so you can just click on it and check it out and decide what kind of dumplings you want to pair it with. Some people would do potato dumplings. In my family we always liked regular dumplings or bread dumplings. So let's start with the recipe. We will need some pork. Here I have 2.5 pounds, and this is ribs but without the bones. So these are boneless ribs because you want to have some pork that has a little bit of fat. So that's 2.5 pounds. Then we will need some salt on top of the meat. Here we have the whole head of garlic, 1 onion, this is medium-sized onion, 1/4 of a teaspoon caraway seeds, and 2 cups of water. So this is for the meat. And now for the sauerkraut. In my family we would always make sauerkraut a little bit runny. It's more like a sauce, but some restaurants or some people, they would make it a little thicker, more condensed. I might in the future make a video how to make it more condensed, but this one will be more sauce-like, which we really like, and it's sweet and sour and it's delicious. So if you don't like sauerkraut, you can try this one because I guarantee you sweet sauerkraut is amazing. So we will need 1 jar of sauerkraut. This is 1 quart, 32 fluid ounces, a big jar. So it's one of them. Then we have 5 cups of water, 1.5 teaspoons salt, and this is what I'm talking about, 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Because this sauerkraut is pretty sour. So I had to work with the recipe and create it in such a way that it will taste like the one in Czech Republic. So this is perfect. Then we will need 1/4 of a teaspoon caraway seeds. In Czech Republic, in a jar, it will come and it will have already caraway seeds in it. Most of the jars will. But in the US, I did not find it with caraway seeds, so we have to add it a little bit to the sauerkraut sauce. So we'll have 1/4 of it, caraway seeds, half an onion or medium onion. I didn't have any medium, so I just did half of the big one. And then we have half a cup of oil and half a cup of flour. If you need all the list of ingredients, go to my website. It will be the link under the video in the description, and I will take you straight to the recipe and you will see all the ingredients. So let's start. Let's first cut our garlic and our onion. I already peeled it, and you wanna cut it on small pieces. This time we are not pressing it because we wanna have it like this. So chop it all to slices pretty thin. So here is the garlic chopped up, so let's set it aside and let's do the onion. You want to chop it on smaller pieces, and this will be our topping for the meat together with the garlic. Our onion and garlic are chopped up, so let's set them aside, and now we will be cutting our meat. And I already washed it. So you want to cut it and have pieces about like this big. I have a plate here, so just set it up in there. The meat is sliced, and let's turn on the oven to 400 degrees right now, so it has a time to preheat before we are ready. Let's start putting our meat on in a glassware. So you just put it like next to each other, and while we bake it we will have to turn it over time, so that's why I cut it pretty big so we don't have to turn too many of them. Now we have salt here, so let's put some salt on top of our meat. Now you will use about 1/4 of a teaspoon of caraway seeds because we don't want too many. Just sprinkle it on top. Here is our garlic, so let's sprinkle some garlic. And now we have, this was a whole head of garlic, and now we have the 1 medium-sized onion. You also want to sprinkle it on top. This onion was so big, so I'm pretty generous here, but that's okay. It's tasty. Now you have here 2 cups of water, and we'll pour it in our tray. And now our oven is ready, so let's bake it on 400 degrees. You want to bake it in the middle, and let's set up the timer for 30 minutes because after 30 minutes we will have to turn the meat to the other side. While our meat is being baked in the oven right now, we can work on our sauerkraut. So here is the jar. This is 1 quart of sauerkraut, and you want to strain the water out. So you can use colander or strainer. You don't have to dump it all in. It's fine. You just try to, get the water out. This is just protection, just in case it will all fall out, so it doesn't end up in a sink. So this is good. All the sour water is out now. Now we'll get the rest of the water out from here. And here I have a pot. I'll put it in a pot. We'll scrape it all out. And now, of course, it doesn't want to come out, so I need to use some wooden spoon or something to get it all out. Or maybe shake it harder. Yep, here we go. And here is our sauerkraut. I can already smell it. Wow, it smells amazing. And now we will start adding more ingredients. Let's add 5 cups of water, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of caraway seeds. Let's turn on the stove on high, and you want to stir it now really well so the sugar can dissolve and can all nicely mixed up. Get a lid, crack it open for steam to escape, and let's bring it to boil. It starts to boil now, so we can lower the flame. And you want to cook it until the cabbage is tender, which takes about 30 minutes. But you can try it before that. I need to bring it more to the boil. It needs to have that nice gentle boil. And you don't have to stir it, it's fine. Because there's plenty of water. And I can already smell the meat, and it's amazing. Onion and garlic, oh, it smells just incredible. The whole house will smell amazing. So after it's boiling, we can lower the flame and set up the timer for ½ an hour. And also put the lid back on so it can cook better and faster. While our sauerkraut is cooking and our meat is baking, we can cut the half of the onion, or 1 medium. This is a half of the big one. And you want to cut it to small pieces. And then we are ready to use it when we need it. You want to cut it small. So the onion is chopped up, and now it's ready to be used for us later, so let's set it aside. The ½ an hour is done, and I just pull it out of the oven. Be careful and use mittens because it's of course hot, so you don't burn yourself. And now we will turn our meat so we can nicely, evenly cook, and it will be juicy this way and not dry up. And plus the top would get too burned. So just flip each piece. Now put it back to the oven and bake it for another 30 minutes. We have about 15 minutes before our sauerkraut is soft and ready. So now we need to make our special roux that we'll be adding to our sauerkraut when it's ready. So let's use half of a cup of oil. Now you will add the onions that we chopped previously. 1 onion. And you will wanna roast the onion. So have it on high so it can roast nicely, which this will take some time. You don't have to stir it here whole time because you need to give the onions chance to get roasted. So just when you see a little bit it gets color, it starts to get color, and just a little bit mix it. For now, at the beginning, you don't have to really stir it. You will need to later. Our half an hour timer for our sauerkraut is done, and you can try taste it. And if it's soft, you can turn it off. This is still a little crunchy, but it's good. So this is ready to be turned off because it's soft enough. And now, if this is ready sooner than your roux, then you just turn it off, turn off the flame, and just wait for your roux to be done. And as you see, I'm still working on the roux because the roasting of the onions take really long time. It takes about 15 minutes to roast them, but they're getting now nice color, and I still have the flame on high. This way it gets enough heat. And now you will need to stir it a little more so we don't burn it, because we don't want to burn the onions. So we can roast it a little bit more. This has a really nice color now. The onions are nicely browned. So now we will add half a cup of flour. And this is our thickening sauce, thickening roux for our sauce. So let's stir it. I wish you guys could smell it. All these amazing smells of onion, garlic, and sauerkraut. So good. You just have to make it. So you want to have it bubbly a little longer. Now it's all mixed in, all the flour. So now it's ready to be poured in our sauerkraut sauce. So I just took the lid off. Let's turn it back on. And you will just pour this all in. And I just turned it off a minute ago, so it will still be boiling. So now you want to stir it all in. So I will lower the flame a little more. Oh, it looks so good. And now you want to stir it about 5 minutes till it thickens up, which takes about 5 minutes. It will thicken up the whole sauce. The onions just give this amazing taste to it. It's really good. It's nicely boiling, as you see. So let's keep stirring, and this looks like a nice thick sauce already. So I'll just cook it for maybe 1 more minute or 2 more minutes, and then we are ready with the sauce. You know, more you stir it, more steam has a chance to escape, and then less watery it gets. But this looks great to me. It's nicely thickened up, so we can turn it off. And then when our meat is ready, then we can warm up some dumplings and we can eat this amazing goodness. Also, don't forget to cover it up so it can stay warm. So it's been another half an hour, and as you see, the meat is getting nice color, but we will need to turn it again one last time. So let's turn all the pieces. So I turned all the meat, and now let's bake it for another 15 minutes, and then we will see if the meat is soft. So I just tried one piece and it's not soft, so we will flip it again and cook it for another 15 minutes. So I just pulled the meat out of the oven. For some reason today it took a little longer. It really depends on the type of meat you get. So I ended up baking it for a total of 1 hour 45 minutes, and after 15 minutes I flipped it, and then I also added 1 cup of extra water. So just try it and to see if it's soft, and if not, then you have to bake it longer. And after 1 hour 15 minutes you just want to flip it again till it's like 1 hour 30 minutes, and then flip it again to 1 hour 45 minutes.